Not every on-screen romance is relationship goals. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 TV couples that are actually toxic. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at live-action television couples who, despite being popular among the fans, are toxic for each other, whether or not it's acknowledged in their respective series. We'll be excluding cartoon couples as they deserve a list of their own. Number 10. Piper Chapman and Alex Vause. Orange is the new black.
All right, what did they give you? Time off for every innocent person that you threw under the bus?
It's not a good sign when your fights end in jail time. While Alex is the reason Piper's in prison at the start of the series, Piper is no innocent herself. During their on and off relationship, they either cheat on each other or with each other, rekindling their romance while Piper is still engaged to Larry. This kind of behavior is bad enough, but the two also go to great lengths to extend each other's jail times for their own petty reasons. They might be married as of the season 6 finale, but with Alex in prison for 4 years, how true can Piper stay to her?
Okay.
I don't like this version of you.
Well, maybe I don't like this version of you.
Number 9. Ross Geller and Rachel Green. Friends.
I cannot keep having the same fight over and over again, Ross.
One of the most iconic couples of the 90s, Ross and Rachel have undeniable chemistry. But that doesn't stop some fans from pointing out their shortcomings. Ross's jealousy of Rachel's coworker Mark leads to the infamous "we were on a break" situation, and Rachel later uses Mark to get back at Ross. For much of the series, the pair does everything they can to sabotage each other's relationships, with Rachel even traveling to London to stop Ross's wedding. At first, not even having a kid together could force them to work through their problems, making us ask ourselves if Rachel should have taken that plane to Paris after all.
I got off the plane.
Number 8. Aria Montgomery and Ezra Fitz, Pretty Little Liars. There's just something appealing about a forbidden romance, and these two seem to tick all the right boxes for it. Because Ezra is Aria's teacher, the pair has to dodge the suspicions of her classmates and face the wrath of her family to stay together. Later in the show, however, we find out that not only does Ezra have a child, or at least believe he does, which he's kept secret, but also that he was using Aria in the beginning to write a book about Allison's murder.
Aria, please just listen to me.
Nothing you say will change anything.
The pair continues to have an on-again, off-again romance till the end of the series, but many fans just couldn't look at them the same way after that.
Ezra, we really did it.
Yeah, we did.
Number 7. Damon Salvatore and Elena Gilbert, The Vampire Diaries.
You must be Elena.
People have been rooting for these two ever since their first meeting. Elena brings out Damon's better side over the series, and the pair shares many intense moments. But a lot of that happens while Elena is in a happy relationship with his brother Stefan. After Elena becomes a vampire herself, Damon pushes her to embrace it, whereas Stefan wants to restore her humanity. Romantically, their relationship is complicated at the best of times thanks to their sire bond, the ghosts of Damon's past, and growing codependence. While they do acknowledge the toxic nature of their relationship, that doesn't stop their destructive behavior over the series.
Listen to us. This is toxic. We are in a toxic relationship.
Number 6. ZorEl and MonEl, Supergirl.
This goes against everything we stand for.
Everything you stand for.
Opposites often attract, but don't always make an ideal couple. When the two first meet, Mon-El is just a superpowered boy standing in front of a superpowered girl and asking where the heck had he crash landed. There are problems with their pairing from the start, with Mon-El lying about his real royal identity and only doing good deeds to impress her.
You just want things to be easy, Mon-El. But being a hero and falling in love, those are not easy things.
His admission that his life was easier when he objectified women wasn't exactly a selling point either. Although Mon-El mends his ways, it's all too much for Kara, who doesn't allow her strong feelings for him to cloud her judgment.
You were reckless, selfish, you lied, and you didn't apologize.
Number 5. Buffy Summers and Spike, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Afraid I'm gonna...
This choice might cause controversy, as the debate about which vampire is the best match for Buffy continues even today. While Buffy and Spike's chemistry is groundbreaking, literally, their pairing is problematic from the start, with Spike building himself a Buffy bot and a creepy shrine. When Buffy falls into depression after coming back from the dead, The two start a secret, mutually destructive relationship that ends with the most infamous scene in the show's history. Horrified at himself, Spike travels to Africa to get his soul back. But while Buffy forgives him, it's safe to say there's too much damage done to ever look at this couple the same way.
Buffy.
Number 4. Chuck Bass and Blair Waldorf, Gossip Girl.
I love you.
These devious schemers are beloved by fans, but a lot of their actions are concerning to say the least. Shortly after they get together, Chuck pimps Blair out to his uncle in exchange for a hotel, ending their romance. Neither can move on, so they resort to sabotaging each other's relationships, which reaches a breaking point when Chuck physically attacks Blair after she announces her engagement to Louis. The episode is easily the most controversial one in the whole show, and while Chuck makes a huge effort to become a better person in order to be with Blair, some things just can't be forgotten.
Thank you.
Number 3. Rumplestiltskin and Belle, Once Upon a Time.
You're a coward, Rumplestiltskin.
A list about problematic relationships wouldn't be complete without some Beauty and the Beast. What starts as a different take on their romance turns toxic when Rumple can't seem to let go of his Dark One side. He goes so far as to trick Belle into thinking she has control of his magical dagger, a lie that leads her to banish him from Storybrooke.
I lost my way, trying to help you find yourself. Not anymore.
Even that isn't enough for Rumple to learn from his mistakes, since he betrays Belle yet again after she forgives him. With such a turn of events, we can't help but wish this story remained only a Disney film.
You will come back to me.
Threats won't make me love you again, Rumple.
Number 2. Tate Langdon and Violet Harmon, American Horror Story.
If you love someone, you should never hurt them. Never.
Right?
There are twisted love stories, and then there's this one. While Violet and her ghost love interest Tate connect through the problems they share in common, things take a turn for the worse when Violet learns that Tate died after committing a school shooting and didn't tell her. He then tries to convince her to kill herself to be with him forever, having hidden the fact that she's already dead.
You're attracted to the darkness. But Tate, you are the darkness.
As if that's not messed up enough, he pretends to be Violet's father and impregnates her mother with the Antichrist. The Apocalypse season blames the murder house itself for Tate's actions, but that doesn't exactly make their relationship healthy.
I love you, Tate. But I can't forgive you.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some dishonorable mentions.
You aren't capable of love, Legs.
Child, I can't believe that you have a child that you didn't tell me about. I care that you lied to me just now.
Where were you, Olympia?
Something came up.
Do not lie to me!
Number 1. Mr. Big and Carrie Bradshaw, Sex and the City.
So what have you been doing lately?
You mean besides going out every night?
It was obvious from the very first episode that these two would be the alpha couple. However, none of us knew how difficult their romance would be. Big is emotionally unavailable thanks to past disappointments, and Carrie is impatient and insecure, leading to multiple breakups.
Don't call me ever again. Forget you know my number. In fact, forget you know my name.
When Big marries just a few months into a new relationship, he initiates an affair with Carrie, who's also cheating on her partner. Big only seems to want Carrie when she's unavailable, and even changes his mind on their wedding day. The pair might be married now, but this is one relationship that's just too much stress and drama to ever be on our couples goals list.
Will you marry me?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.